CCO Nation, do not adjust your listening device. This is Commander Cookout Podcast with Brando and Stunt Ryan after dark.
Ooh. Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 107. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. Today we're going to kick off the arc of the Lovable Losers with the Mother of Autumn deck. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What's going down?
Whole ton is going down. We got a new deck to give away. We've got a new arc to start. We got some new patrons to thank for being here. And it is a beautiful day in Saskatchewan. First day without any periods of being below minus 30 in the last 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I actually went outside and pushed my kid down the hill in my yard, like the only hill in Saskatchewan. And I didn't know, but like the wind, because it's been so windy, because it's been so goddamn cold, and then the weather changed, so the wind rolls in and blows in the warm air, made that nice little crust over the whole snow.
Yeah.
So he just flew, and he went all the way down into the ditch where there was no crust and just bogged right down up to his neck.
Nice.
And he was stuck.
And then you left him there.
Yeah, he's still there.
Because it's warm enough that he won't freeze.
Yeah, no, Rebecca went and got him.
Oh.
Correction.
You
said Mother of Autumn on the intro.
That is what I said, yep.
This is Daughter of Autumn.
You ever looked at this card, Ryan?
Yes.
She ain't nobody's daughter. She's nope.
She is so old.
She is the oldest daughter. She is the homeliest daughter. Nobody claims her. She is her own thing. She's Mother of Autumn. She could be that old.
She's like Wolf Girl from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Oh, that would be a totally sick-ass altar when I might actually build this deck.
No, you won't. Will you? No.
I don't know. Give her a read, and then we'll talk about a whole bunch of different stuff.
Okay, Daughter of Autumn is a 3/4 for green 2.
A 2/4.
What'd I say?
A 3/4.
Well, wow. Well, whatever. It's a 2. It's a 4. She costs 4. 2 of those are green, and then she has white. Redirect to Daughter of Autumn. 1 damage dealt to any white creature? Yeah, that is what that says. Now, why are we building this garbage?
Because this is the arc of the Lovable Losers.
Now, how do you qualify to be on the arc of the Lovable Losers, Ryan?
Well, patron suggestion, we brew classic CCO deck lists using edhrec.com that have commandees with less than 100 lists.
Oh, shit.
How many lists you think Daughter of Autumn got?
Well, I know. The answer is 8. And as hilarious as that is, I want to point out, because I like to toot our own horn, she is not the card that had the fewest lists we've ever done.
Yeah, that's right. We've done ones that have like none.
Yeah, we did an episode where we picked 3 that had 0 builds, and we did quick primers on each one of them.
Yeah, I don't think that those exist anymore. EDHREC's too popular.
Yeah, it's too big, so we managed to get in before the trend really took off of building janky crap like this. But we've returned to our roots, damn it.
Yeah, on patron suggestion, I just want to mention real quick before you do the social media coordinates that we had a really good time doing the CCO pre-show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did do that.
And that is for our $5 and up patrons. They are welcome to join the show prior to the show.
Yeah.
And come along with us on Mondays. For us, it was a Wednesday. Usually it's a Saturday. Sometimes it's a Sunday. But for all you in CCO Nation, it's a Monday.
Yeah.
And if that makes your Mondays any less shitty, well, that's the least we can do.
And if you're not a patron, you can still see the pre-show, or most of it, as we're going to kind of pick a little best of, maybe make a clips montage that we'll release later on so everybody can check it out.
Very much so. I was having trouble dropping the tripod and with a tangled up wire.
The worst.
So
we're tragically bad at this.
That is the kind of thing that would get cut out and not mixed into the highlight reel for the pre-show of Arc of Lovable Losers.
Although it would make us more losers anyway. I don't know if we appear more lovable.
Yeah.
These guys are inept at everything. What the hell?
Man, you know what? Speaking of losers, wait until everybody hears the deck giveaway we got going for this arc.
Should we do it after social media coordinates?
100%.
We are CCO Podcast and CCO Brando on Twitter and tappedout.net. That's where you can see this week's list, last week's list, next week's list, and any other list that we're going to talk about throughout the course of the show. We're commandercookout@gmail.com. That's where you can send us love mail. mail, hate mail, show suggestions, commanders with less than 100 builds you'd like to see us build for this arc, but no nudes.
I kind of got nudes. It turned out to be like two bald guys with their heads really close together, but I thought it was butt cheeks.
I'm still curious as to how that picture came into existence. You can also find us wherever you find better podcasts. That's iTunes, Spotify, Podomatic.com, Google Play, Podbean, all those places. You can also find us on YouTube, Patreon, Facebook, EDHREC.com, FlipsideGaming.com, or you can use special CCO promo code CCOFU to get 10% off your entire order store-wide. And if you missed any part of that or want to read it for yourself, you can go over to the official home of Commander Cookout Podcast on the entire internet, CommanderCookout.com.
That's it.
That is it.
You know, I think just because we're supposed to say it and we never do, go and leave us a review on iTunes and 5-star rating.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing, and apparently it very much helps the sites that have our podcast. It like orders them according to how many 5-star ratings and how many like good reviews and thumbs up and subscribers and all those things are on algorithms. And when somebody types in like Commander Podcast, maybe Commander Cookout will come up if you give us a 5-star review.
Well, that's kind of neat.
For the next person, because you already know who we are and you are subscribed to us.
And we appreciate it. But writing those reviews, giving those thumbs up could be a way that you could be entered to win our super exciting ARC giveaway of a deck.
Excellent segue.
Thank you.
We got a deck giveaway with every single arc. That was one of our goals for giving back. And this one, I think it's going to be awesome because you know what? We did not build it.
What? If we didn't build it, Ryan, we're not giving away a pre-con, are we?
We are not giving away a pre-con, though I do have one in my closet still for maybe next arc. I don't know. Last week you'd mentioned a CCO, Commander Cookout crossover.
That's right. I did say that.
We are crossing over with, for this arc's deck giveaway, your boys, fellow Canadians, Commander's Brew. Andy and Sean have graciously built a deck for one of their own shows.
And what?
And we are giving it away. And I very much like it because it's very CCO.
Yes, Commander's Brew. Those were the guys that we met in Vegas, and you scumbagged them and won the Rifty for Scumbag of the Century for scumballing, I think, Sean Tavares out of our Traxable game, right?
That is exactly right. That's exactly how I remember it.
What? What? Stunt Ryan?
Stunt Ryan coming at you.
What are you doing here?
My voice is even more manly than Ryan's.
It kind of is.
I have a cold.
You have a preposterous amount of testosterone in your voice.
I'm super jacked right now.
Preposterous.
I'm shaving as we speak.
So while she shaves her beard off, I will explain. Commander's Brew generously not donated, but they built us a deck that we're going to give away to all of you guys. You can check out one of their episodes over on their YouTube channel. Give them a big FU from your boys at CCO Nation.
I'm super manly. I don't know. I think I said that already.
Yes, you did in fact say that you were super manly, but I'm okay with that, because
you just cut that.
No matter how much beard you have, I still love you. So now I'm going to throw it back to Ryan and myself, and we're going to continue the show. Thanks for joining us again, Stunt Ryan.
Bye-bye.
Those guys built us a deck?
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Wow. Canadians are very forgiving, aren't we? Oh, man.
Okay, so peep this.
Wow.
Alesha, who smiles at death, but it's an artifact recursion deck. So when she attacks, you pay Orzhov hybrid, and you get to bring a creature back with power 2 or less tapped and attacking. You bring an artifact back that gets you different artifacts so you can bring other artifacts back. It's so CCO.
Cool.
And you can listen all about that deck on Commander's Brew episode 162. 162. I'll have a link to commandersbrew.com and the list on their tapped out page for everybody to go look.
That sounds like an amazing prize, Ryan. How do people win?
This is how you do it. You can, of course, follow Commander Cookout on Facebook. You can share any of our Facebook posts of the deck giveaway, as per usual, right?
All the usual ways that you would enter to win our stuff.
Yep. including a comment on one of our YouTube videos or a subscription to our YouTube channel.
Or a gentle, soft, sweet caress of the like button.
Whoa.
Right before you take a shit on its mom. So you thought I was going to say something nice. Now me and that like button? No. We will never be friends, like button. We will never be friends.
So, that went to a dark place. Boom. Entries. What do you think?
I think it's going to be super fun. I think it's going to be great. We're going to run down that again later on in the show, probably nearer to the end, possibly during final thoughts of the day. You never know. Moving on to shout-outs is what we usually do next.
Ooh, yeah. We got 2 patron shout-outs.
Ooh.
Shout-out number 1. Big thank you to new patron, Adam Mitchell.
Adam Mitchell.
Funny nickname.
Okay, we got this. Mitch, kind of rhymes with Gitchell, but Gitchell isn't a name, but Gitch is, so we can call him Gitch Face.
Do people know what Gitch is, or is that just like a thing that you know what that is?
Everybody knows that Gitch means underpants. And underpants is underwear. And I don't know any.
You're like an 80-year-old guy. Underpants.
Well, what else am I supposed to call them? Knickers? Bloomers?
You are
skivvies?
You are aging more and more and more with every word. You went from being 80 to 100 to 180 to 300.
Oh.
Mitchell, no, Adam Mitchell. Adam Gitchface.
Adam Gitchface.
Got it.
Welcome aboard, dude.
You got there. Next shout out. And big thank you to new patron, Cam Mowat.
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 To Cam Mowat. To Cam Mowat. To Cam Mowat.
Let's never do that again.
No, we actually were pretty good. I think that was... If this podcast thing ever doesn't work out, we could totally just start an a cappella group and we can...
I'm going to jump out the window. See you later. Big thank you to all of the patrons, not just Gitchface and Cam Moet.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, big thank you to everybody.
We don't get to sing songs very often. So for those of you that are still here, should we talk about a deck?
Yeah. Let's talk about Daughter of Autumn one more time. I'll give her the once over. Okay, so she's a 2/4 for 4. You pay a white. You can redirect from a white creature damage to Daughter of Autumn.
So I guess you could technically take damage off of your opponent's creatures too if you were so inclined.
Yeah, use her as a political card.
Sure. I can think of like no situations where you'd ever really want to do that, but maybe.
They exist. So here's what I'm going to say, the overview before we start. The deck is a little bit pillow forty. It doesn't have a profound win condition. It's not an aggro deck. It's not really control-y, and it's not a combo deck. It's got only 6 instances of card draw, along with 3 instances of recursion, like getting stuff back onto the battlefield.
Okay.
Graveyard getter backers, as we call them.
That's right.
It's got a little bit of removal, a little bit of mass removal, and a little bit of ramp. Now, you don't need a whole ton of ramp because a lot of what keeps you alive is your low CMC creatures blocking, and then you've got a lot of stuff to make them indestructible. So the average CMC of the deck is like 2.7.
It's too low. It's too low.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound casual enough to me, Ryan. There's a combo in here, isn't there?
There's not?
There's a Dirtbag Celestia combo in there. I'm going to find it.
There's no, and there's no Autochthon Worm.
Okay, now I'm actually disappointed. I really thought this was going to be an Autochthon Worm.
Should we do some Creech?
Let's do some Creech. Now, we always do these alphabetically. Today, we're going to do them in reverse alphabetical order.
What?
And we're going to start with Wall of Glare.
This is actually a good one to start with.
Cool.
It's going to outline what we want to do. Okay, so Wall of Glare, 0/5 for 2. It can't attack because it's a wall. Whatever. It can block any number of creatures each combat.
Neat.
Yeah.
Got cool art on it, too. How about SRAM Senior Artificer?
Okay.
Or Edificer, sorry.
2/2 for 2. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. Interesting.
Are there a bunch of those?
There are some number of things that are like that.
Or now here's the thing that I figure should just be the captain of the deck based on what you're trying to do. Runetail Kitsune Ascendant.
You shut up. Then it would be your stupid deck.
Right?
This is way better. Okay, so he's a 2/2 for 3. If you have 30 or more life, you flip him. When he flips, prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control. That's all damage and any kind of damage.
You'll also notice that you can hold that one in your hand anyway and still see clearly what it is.
You know,
None of this sideways bullshit.
you're 100% wrong because at least the sideways cards are both the same way. When you have one of these stupid Kamigawa flip cards in your hand, one of them's upside stupid down.
We don't need to know what that one is yet. That was an adventure every time you play it.
I don't think that is strategically advantageous to do that.
Totally is. How about Restoration Specialist?
This one. It's 2-1 for 2. You pay white, sack Restoration Specialist, return up to 1 target artifact card and up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you just get it back. So you block with it, and it just eats a bag of dicks. You don't care. And then you soak up the damage and you sacrifice, and then you get 2 things.
Dig it.
Yeah.
How about Palace Guard?
Yeah. It's a 1/4, can block any number of creatures.
How about Necropolis?
Yeah, this one is from the dark.
I like the picture on it and that it's from the dark.
So it's a 0/1 wall for 5. So that's how you know it's from the dark.
Because it costs 5 and it's a 0/1.
Yes. You can pay 0 and take a creature in your graveyard and remove it from the game. Okay, exile a creature in your graveyard, put X 0/1 counters on Necropolis, where X is that creature's casting cost. So once your guy just dies, you just exile him and your Necropolis gets bigger.
It's not terrible.
Just for free.
I thought it cost 5.
After you pay 5, it's free. There's a qualifier there.
Things that cost less than 5, Mother of Runes.
Here's our first real card. Here's our first real card.
Like 14 cards in. All right.
It's a 1/1 for 1. You tap it to give target creature protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. That is a legit good real card.
Dees. How about Knight of the White Orchid?
It's kind of a real card. It's white for a 2/2 first striker. When it enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you, you can search for a plains card and put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library.
You know what I never got up with this card? It's a guy with no head riding a giant lion.
He's just got big shoulder pads. He's got a head in there. It's just kind of hidden like a linebacker from the 70s.
All right, I'll buy that. How about Karametra, God of Harvests?
Ooh, indestructible 6/7 for 5. Devotion to 7 white-green, or else it's not a creature. Whenever you cast a creature, you can search your library for a forest or a plains, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. That acts as ramp after you've already hit 5 mana.
Dig it. Iron Fist Crusher.
That sounds like a red card.
And he's not crushing somebody with his fists. He clearly has a club.
Or like a cat of 9. No, like a ball and chain.
It's a maul or a flail.
A flail. That's what he's got. Yeah. Anyways, he's a 2/4 for 5. He's got Morph for white 3. You can play him as a face down 2/2 for 3 generic mana. You can turn him up anytime for his Morph cost of 4. When you turn him up, he can block any number of creatures.
Also, when you play him for 5, you can block any number of creatures.
Yeah, if you want to surprise somebody with the only Morph card in your deck. I don't know.
Or you could just surprise them and play 100-handed one.
Yeah, this is turning into one of our favorite ones, hey?
Yeah, we like this guy.
He is a 3/5 for 4 with Vig, and he's got Monstrosity 3. So when you pay the Monstrosity cost of white 3, he gets +3/+3, and as long as he's monstrous, he can block 99 additional creatures.
I want to play a game where somebody has one of these, and I still kill them with creatures.
That'd be awesome.
But it's attacking around him because I have so many dudes.
So let's just say that he can block any number of creatures.
For most cases.
Let's just say that, yeah.
What would we say about Heliod's Pilgrim?
This is a tutor. I think it's good, but it's hurting the spice formula. Like, do I just cut it?
Probably. What's it tutor for?
I'll just read the whole thing. It's a 1/2 for 3. Search your library for an aura card. Put it into your hand. That's when you enter the battlefield.
Yeah, she sucks. Get rid of her.
She's good. We got good auras.
How about Guardian of the Gateless?
This is a cool name. It's a 3/3 angel for 5. Flies. Can block any number of creatures. Whenever it blocks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature it's blocking. So it can block infinite 1/1s.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Or like it can block a whole bunch of stuff.
Those conspiracy cards, there's some good stuff in there, hey?
Yeah, that's a good one.
How about a Myria Shepherd?
That's a 7-drop angel that flies. It's a 4/4. Landfall, when you play a forest, get a creature from your graveyard to your hand. When you play a plains, get a creature from your graveyard to play.
That's pretty cool.
That is a mighty card. It costs 7 though, whatever.
How about Benelish Marshall?
Ooh, this guy was like from a board game or something?
I think I've seen the board game at places. I have never played it, clearly.
Yeah, anyways, he's a 3/3 for white. Other creatures you control get +1/+1.
It's all right.
Yeah, we've got actually a lot of anthems when we get to the enchantment section. You will see.
All right, last creature, Angel of Jubilation.
Another angel.
Ooh.
Not angel tribal. Daughter of Autumn tribal.
God damn it. Old
White-
Lady Tribal. Wicked Witch of the West Tribal.
She's a 3/3, white, 1, flying angel. Other non-black creatures you control get +1/+1. A little bit of a non-bow with Daughter of Autumn. And players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells or activate abilities. So that stops stuff, but it's kind of corner case. I'm playing it because it's an anthem and it's a flying angel.
Why don't you play Krovax?
The white one.
Yeah.
White Krovax. Is he an angel?
No.
I could play him.
He's an anthem, and he minuses not white creatures. So, I mean, Daughter of Autumn would get smaller, but
Non-bow.
it also blocks infinite 1/1s.
Does it?
Well,
Oh, yeah, because they all die.
Yeah, because they come into play and eat shit.
Yeah, as long as it blocks infinite 1/1s that aren't white.
All right, let's talk some instants. You want to do these ones backwards, too?
Sure, let's just do everything from behind. That's what I say to my wife, but it's just like it doesn't work.
Don't Google that. First green card that isn't Mother of Autumn. Yeah, I'm going to say Mother of Autumn. Withstand Death, which is something Mother of Autumn has been doing for generations.
Okay, we're doing instants. Okay. It's green for an instant. Target creature is indestructible until end of turn. Full stop.
That's fair enough. How about Unbreakable Formation?
Yeah, new one. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and addendum, if you cast this spell during a main phase, you put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. And they gain vigilance until end of turn.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's actually good because like they can just like you can attack with them and then you can still block with them after.
Then we play Swords and Path because we're playing white.
Yep.
Then we got Holy Day.
And Fog. And those are just due to the Pillow 40 nature of the deck to get you into the late game if you don't want to block or you actually had an opportunity, like a favorable opportunity to attack. You just Fog and just ruin somebody's day.
Would you ever play the buyback Fog instead of Fog?
It was in here, but it's like $8, and I was thinking about running it's called Constant Mists. You sack a land to buy it back.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and I wanted to run a sack a land sub-theme, but I didn't want it to feel too much like my lands deck. So, especially because I was thinking about building this.
Fair enough. Condemn.
It's kind of like Swords and Path. It eliminates an attacking creature, and they gain some life.
A Johnny's Presence.
This one is a 1 casting cost white card. Any number of target creatures get +1/+1 and gain indestructible until end of turn, but you have to pay after the first one. It's got Strive, so you got to pay white 2 to target something after.
I've never liked how those are worded. I understand that they make sense and everything, but I just don't like how they're worded.
Yeah, maybe they didn't want to use like kicker, multi-kick or whatever, right?
It's like we have
or
to come
overload
we have to come up with something new, so we're gonna call this.
Yeah, mostly if you have something that's gonna die, you're just gonna make it indestructible, or you're gonna redirect a bunch of damage to Mother of Autumn and then just make her indestructible. It's kind of what we're aiming to do there with those cards.
Sorceries, open the armory.
Search your library for an aura or an equipment card. Put it into your hand. It costs 2 mana.
He's also using an old door and like a meat cleaver with a railroad spike on it as a weapon. That guy's ready to go.
That guy is ready to ball.
Would he ball his way through a mass calcify?
Yes, destroy all non-white creature. That's 7 mana though.
One-sided wrath, man. They always cost lots.
Yeah.
Anything that says wreck your opponent's whole life, it costs 7.
Yeah, and I'm only playing 1 non-white creature, right, with Daughter of Autumn.
Who?
Mother of Autumn.
Right. How about Fumigate?
Destroy all creatures for 5 mana. Gain 1 life for each creature destroyed this way. I'm really starting to like that card.
I like that it's an ornithopter just flying around farting on little gremlin guys. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's 100% what that is.
100%.
There's nothing you can say or do that would convince me that's not what's happening in that picture. How about Austere Command?
Oh, yeah. 6 mana. Choose 2. Destroy all artifacts. Destroy all enchantments. Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less, or with 4 or more. So you can get everything, or something else, or something else, or something else. So it's good. So that's all designed, those 3 cards to control the board.
What set is this? Nobody can see what I'm pointing at. It's a kind of a circle with like a Y in it. I have a couple of cards that are like that, and they're foil, and I don't know where they came from, and I really want to know.
That would be Iconic Masters.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. All right. Enchantments?
Yeah, we have a slurry of them.
And we're going to start with a card that I think you're coming around to believing is good. Also won me a game last night. Smothering Tithe.
Yeah, you know what? I know everybody thinks this card is super good, and I am coming around on it because I do think it's good, but it needs to go in the kind of deck that is going to make it good. You can't just put it in a deck and expect it to be good, especially not like an aggro Boros type deck. I don't think it's good there.
No.
I think it's good in a control Pillow Forte type thing.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
Or my Mardu Enchantress list, which is...
That might be okay because it's an Enchantress list, and I think its aim is to take the game into the wee hours of the night.
As it did.
And when everybody's drawing lots of cards because they're taking lots of turns, it's going to make you a lot of mana.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-drop. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they can pay 2. If they don't, you get a treasure token that you can sack for a mana. So it makes you a ton of mana when people are drawing lots of cards.
Yippers.
Yeah.
How about Shielded by Faith?
Okay, here we go. We're starting to get into the Mother of Autumn stuff here. Okay, so white 1, enchant creature. Enchanted creature is indestructible. When a creature enters the battlefield, you may attach Shielded by Faith to that creature.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, like you can have it attached to Mother of Autumn, then play something like a Anthem creature, like that 3/3 guy, and attach it to him. Swing in with a bunch of other things, including Daughter of Autumn. Redirect a bunch of damage to her so your other attackers live. Daughter of Autumn dies. Cast her again from your command zone, and then reequip reattach Shielded by Faith to Daughter of Autumn.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of just like a cyclical thing that you can keep doing.
Dig it. How about, is that Sandskin?
Sandskin.
Or Sandal Skin?
Sandskin.
Sandskin.
I don't know if they can make references to skin anymore in Magic these days.
Probably not. What the hell does it do?
Oh, baby. 3 mana. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to and dealt by enchanted creature.
Sure.
So when you redirect to Daughter of Autumn damage from a white creature that happens to be combat damage, it's still combat damage when it hits Daughter of Autumn.
Yeah.
So then it's just prevented. So your guys just don't take damage as long as you have white mana to play. And with something like Smothering Tithe in the late game, you have said white mana.
Dig it.
Coming out of your mouth in the form of coins.
How about Marshall's Anthem?
That's a graveyard getter backer for multi-kick and an Anthem. For 4 mana, you multi-kick it for 2, you can get a guy back. Like as many times as you can pay 2.
It's pretty good. Invincibility. Wait, inviolability? Invulnerability? Invulnerability? I'm going to say invulnerability. I don't even care.
Inviolable, whatever it is, whatever it says. We can't read it because it's white text on a white background. Thanks, Marcadian Masks and Old Border. F you, Evan. It's 2-drop. Enchantment, enchants a creature, prevent all damage that will be dealt to enchanted creature. It's awesome.
How about indestructibility?
4 mana, enchanted creature has indestructible.
Nice. You know what I wish about
it.
you know what I wish about the art on this card? I wish the guy didn't have that little shield over his head. I just wanted to be standing on that little patch of earth in the middle of a smoking crater, just like looking around, like what? you just take a shot at me? That'd be fun. Honor of the Pure.
2-drop, all white creatures get +1/+1.
Your white creatures. High ground.
Each creature you control can block an additional creature. So any of the ones that can't block any number can block more now.
Heart of Light.
3-drop enchant creature, prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by enchanted creature. You know what? I got to say too, these are actually good if you want to, they're sort of like pacifism effects.
You can also, turn off your opponent's big creatures with them.
Yeah, like Blightsteel. Heart of Light, eat a bag.
Yeah.
Right?
How about Grasp of Fate?
This guy is like $15, hey?
Why?
Yeah. You see EDH play. It's from Commander 15. That's the only time it's ever been printed. It is white 1. When it enters the battlefield, for each opponent, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls until Grasp of Fate leaves the battlefield.
O-Ring.
It's like O-Ring, but for every opponent.
Okay. What's Glorious Anthem?
That is the namesake Anthem card. It gives all your creatures +1/+1.
What's Gift of Immortality?
3-drop again. Heavy on the 3-drops, eh?
Yeah.
When enchanted creature dies, it's an enchant creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, and then you return Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. So you redirect to Daughter of Autumn a bunch of damage, it dies, you get it back, then you get Gift of Immortality back.
That's pretty cool.
Or any blocker. Like, it doesn't have to be Daughter of Autumn. It could be like, you could be like Alpha Strike, and I'll just go 100-handed one, block all your guys, then it dies, then I get it back.
How about Ghostly Possession?
Enchanted creature has flying, and you prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by enchanted creature.
Also makes the creature a more efficient blocker because it can fly.
Yeah, and it just like blocks all day.
How about Entangler?
Is the thing that person's holding the Entangler?
It must be, because it can't be the person, or this would be a creature. So that means that weird rake that she's holding is the Entangler.
Yeah,
That means it's an artifact and not an enchantment.
Maybe it's an ethereal rake. Maybe she's pretending to rake leaves.
Sure.
Enchanted creature can block any number of creatures.
Elendumbra.
2 mana. Enchanted creature gets +0/+4. So that's great when we can block lots, right? And totem armor. If the creature would die, you just like remove the Elendumbra and the creature lives. So it gives it like extra life.
Dictate of Heliod, or Dictaste of Heliod, as we say.
Yeah, that's an Anthem with flash. 5 mana. Creatures you control get +2/+2.
How about Crusade?
White creatures get +2/+2.
All of them.
Yeah, it's okay.
Brave the Sands.
All my creatures for 2 mana have vigilance. So I can attack and block now. You're starting to see that I can attack profitably and still block profitably.
It's important.
And I have a lot of like big dudes that never die. Just wait, there's more. Brave the Sands also says each creature I control can block an additional creature.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about Always Watching?
That's a 3 mana enchantrant, and non-token creatures I control get +1/+1 and have vigilance.
That's pretty cool too.
That's an Anthem.
I like it.
That enables blocking. It's good. I'm just going to do nothing and drink beer the whole time.
Why aren't you playing Beastmaster's Ascension?
Shut up.
All right. Artifacts. We're going to do them going reverse ways too. We got a Swiftfoot Boots.
Equipped creature has hexproof and haste, and it equips for 1.
Spider Silk Net.
Yeah. Okay, remember we're playing that SRAM Senior Edificer?
Yes.
This card costs 0, and we've got a couple of them. So this gives equipped creature +0/+2 and reach. It equips for 2.
Now, the lady on the card is throwing a net at a dragon. You know what's going to happen to her?
She's going to go for, she's going to look like she's water skiing through the air.
She is going to be a piece of shit in like 6 hours because the dragon's going to eat her and then just leave her on the side of the road somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't try and catch a dragon in a net. Spear of Heliod.
It's an Anthem, and I can destroy a creature that dealt damage to me this turn for 3 mana.
Skull Clamp?
Yeah, I mean, stuff might die.
Cut it.
What if
Cut it.
I equip it to Daughter of Autumn,
Cut it.
redirect all the damage turn, just let her go to the graveyard, draw my 2 cards, and then reanimate her with my Shepherd of Emeria or whatever it's called.
Overall, that would cost you 6 mana. I am sure that there are better ways in green to draw more cards for 6 mana.
Yeah.
Cut it.
It's a good card.
And it's hard to say that about a Skull Clamp. It's hard to say cut it to a Skull Clamp. Oketra's Monument.
Ooh, yeah. White creatures cost me 1 less to cast. And whenever I cast a creature spell, even a green one, my 1 green one, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with Vig.
Ooh.
It's got Vig.
Neat. Magebane Armor.
Yeah. So, equipped creature gets +2/+4 and loses flying. So maybe don't equip your angel.
Because the armor's so heavy.
Yeah, it's so heavy, but it's so armor.
That's some Hero Quest shit. You ever play Hero Quest?
I know what Hero Quest is, but no.
It's like a sweet Dungeons and Dragons kind of light board game. And when you wore the really heavy armor, instead of rolling 2 dice to move, you would roll 1.
Oh.
Yeah, because the armor was so big it would slow you down.
Well, that was from a core set, right? So they were like really hitting up the fantasy tropes real hard. Anyways, it does more stuff. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to the equipped creature. I could probably cut it because I want my guys to survive combat damage, not non-combat damage. Like, who cares?
Well, I don't know if she's getting earthquaked. That wouldn't hurt.
I suppose. But if I was getting earthquaked, I could just like redirect damage anyways or make my guys indestructible. Why do I got to spend 3 on the equipment and then 2 more?
Yeah, cut it. Dark Steel Plate.
This one is probably good. 3 to cast, 2 to equip. It's indestructible, and equip creature is indestructible.
Dope. I'd probably like it more than Cathar's Shield.
And?
A quarter shield?
Yeah, they're both there.
Shit.
0 drops, again, just so we can start ripping through our deck if we like, I don't know, maybe we have them on the same turn. Like, whatever. With a SRAM. Anyways, they cost 0. They both equip for 3, and they both give +0, +3, and vigilance. So they're making better blockers.
Okay.
Or they just make Daughter of Autumn like be able to take all the dicks.
Gross. That's probably where Autumn came from. It's from Mother of Autumn taking all the D.
We should just move on to Mana Rocks.
There's a Commander Sphere, a Mind Stone, a Celestia Locket, a Celestia Signet, and a Sol Ring.
You coming around on the lockets yet?
Nope, they still suck.
I think they're good.
I think they're not.
They draw 2.
Don't care.
Do you know what it's like to see 2 cards in one turn? Of course you don't. You play red.
Of course I do, and that costs 7.
Not on the same turn, no. And you're gonna get like, okay, you cast that on turn 2 or 3. You're gonna make probably 5 or 6 mana from it. So you're gonna go mana positive twice, and then you're gonna spend 4. So really, you're only down 2 to draw 2.
Well, you're spending. Spending 4, and it's average at best. At best, it's average.
It's good once you only have to once you're mana positive 2 or 3. If you're mana positive 4, because it's like turn 14, and it might be with this deck. If you're mana positive 10 with that card, then you pay 4 to draw 2. That's really good.
Yeah.
In this deck, it's good.
In this deck, it's fine.
Okay, I got there.
It's medium. Are there any lands you want to talk about real quick?
I've got an Iganju Castle that prevents 2 damage to a legendary creature. Could be Daughter of Autumn or like an angel.
Dig it.
I've got a Core Haven that prevents all combat damage that would be dealt to an attacking creature. So it just saves my guy.
Dealt by a target attacking creature.
Oh, so I could block and then it just doesn't matter.
It's like a shitty... actually, is it a better Maze of Ith or a shittier Maze of Ith?
Read the next card.
Maze of Ith.
There it is. And I don't know, is it better?
Core Haven costs mana to do when it doesn't untap the creatures, so they both have their upsides.
Yeah. Maze of Ith is there again just to keep me alive. I've got a Mistveil Plains to put an equipment or enchantment back on the bottom of my library to tutor for it again.
Neat.
Yeah. I've got a Seraph Sanctuary. Whenever an angel enters the battlefield, I gain a life.
It's terrible.
It's in a 2-color deck, and I'm running like 7 or 8 angels. I don't know. It's like incremental value. It's just a tiny little bit of value there.
It's fine. That's the deck.
Yeah, we actually flew through that, didn't we?
That's the whole deck. Yeah, well, I mean, all of the cards do the same thing.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That's indestructible. That blocks all the things. That makes my guys bigger.
Yeah, and
Here we are.
Somehow, like, all of those big swinging dink angels, none of them have dinks, they're all girls, 2.7 converted mana cost.
There's lots of ones, too.
I suppose there's lots of spells. Strengths and weaknesses, because I'm telling you, there's some strengths and weaknesses.
Correct.
Strength and weakness, jank. Jank, true CCO form.
Yeah, nobody's going to see you sit down with this and go, oh, man, I gotta get this fucking guy. Nobody's going to say that.
Hold on, let me switch decks.
Yeah, no, yeah.
To this crumpled up McDonald's bag and like these empty sleeves and like, let me go get my shoe from upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Try and beat this deck.
My shoe's the commander, these empty sleeves will be the deck, and the crumpled McDonald's bag will be the land. Just hang on.
It's pillow 40. So it's not breaking any land speed records, and for that reason, like, what makes decks threatening is early threats or being able to win the game before other people can say no or set up or do their thing, right?
Right.
This deck isn't going to do that.
No.
So that's kind of a strength in that people will not F with you. We always say it, when you're first, you're last. If you're last, like, that doesn't mean you're last because the guy in first is last.
Well, I'm going to counter that because there is a point. There is a point, where you're doing so bad that it's just like, okay, I need to draw a card and I have to hit somebody. You're not doing shit and you just get hit.
Yeah, that is a thing. But I won't get hit with this deck. And you got to remember, I have a lot of ways to block. I've got a lot of flying angels. Like, worst case scenario, I don't get anything. But like,
worst case scenario, somebody drops a Wrath of God on you and then beats you to death. That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, but how are they? I welcome a Wrath of God. I got recursion, and I'd want to take the deck to the late game anyways, right? Like, I don't know. I
don't know, man. I don't think it gets you there. I think it's a cool deck. I think I dig it. But I think that I'm just going to go right into the weakness.
Sure.
This is a rickety old rocking chair of a deck where it takes one big, like, fat guy sitting on it, breaks the whole thing, and you ain't coming back.
Yeah, but just to stay with the rickety old rocking chair analogy, that rickety old rocking chair is as old as Mother of Autumn, and it's still around, dude. It was built with like true craftsmanship when they used to make glue out of horses and like hardwood, none of that IKEA crap.
I guess maybe you could put it back together after it broke. Try again.
Yeah,
that's why lots of that furniture's still around.
Yeah, get some construction adhesive and a nail gun. You're good. You're good. Okay.
But the first combo deck to come up against this one is going to just
you
roll
are
you.
wrecked. And I mean, you know what? I think going back to our pet decks episode a couple weeks ago, you just got to sit down and talk, right? Like if you're going to play with the CCO Dude Bros, it's like, okay, are we playing good decks or are we playing like jank decks? Or,
you can only play decks that win with creatures. Nothing that hits me. That's what this deck is equipped to deal with.
The deck is good and it's probably fun. That's the going back to the strength. It's good. It's fun. Yeah. It's janky as hell. There's old cards in it. There's cards that like people actually have to read. Like when you sit down and play a CEDH deck, how many cards do you actually have to read?
Like 2.
Right? Like ever.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of it's the same.
There'd be this deck could be a lot of laughs. I also like it a lot that daughter is spelled wrong.
I actually just spelled it wrong by accident.
Because there's no M in it, and the T and the H are flipped around. There's a G.
Oh, you double trolled me. You double trolled me because I did actually spell it wrong. And oh my God. Oh shit.
Got him.
Last strength. It's budget AF.
Yes. I mean, a lot of people listening, you probably don't have all these cards kicking around because some of them are pretty old. Some of them are from weird sets and things that nobody spent any money on, like that damn board game.
Guess who's got all these cards?
You.
Me.
But you could probably go out and get most of the stuff that you're missing for very little because people are just going to... You just have to deal with the ridicule of the store owner laughing at you.
Dude, no. Hey, get this. What's my favorite thing and my least favorite thing about Magic?
Buying $150 collections is one of your favorite things.
Yes. But you know what's so terrible about buying collections for just $150 and that's it?
Because they're terrible?
There's shit like Daughter of Autumn from Homelands in it.
Is that where you got it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Weakness or strength? Commander's super underwhelming. We kind of covered it. That was my last note on that. And
that is, in this case, I think it's a weakness. Because, yeah, it's unassuming. It's not going to draw a lot of hate. But I think that you're overestimating the amount of damage you're going to be able to suck off of your creatures and put onto...
Yeah, the first time that you Earthquake for 10, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just redirect everything and all my stuff lives. Nope, think again. I don't have like 80 mana sitting around.
I guess I'll just take 10 and I guess all my guys will just die.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the thing. You're playing a sort of aggro deck and some of your stuff does cost 7 and some turns you're not going to have 18 mana to save your creatures from my attackers. You're just not.
I said it once and I'll say it again. Shut up. Budget. I mentioned that it was cheap. And this isn't even as cheap as it used to be because I put some cards in that like didn't actually suck. $152.
Nice.
Yes. And that is playing like some of those angels are expensive and Smothering Tithes is like lots.
There's a Shockland. The Gijo Castle isn't inexpensive. Maze of Ith is a few bucks.
That Grasp of Fate is $15 and I could just play O-Ring.
Jesus. Actually, isn't there another card that does what Grasp of Fate does?
O-Ring.
Stasis Field or something? Like for all of your opponents. I thought there was another O-Ring that was all your opponents.
Probably.
There might be. Whatever.
Yeah, you could cut it. But you know what I would do instead of cutting things that are expensive? I would add things that are more expensive, like Stoneforge Mystic, to find me better equipment than a Quarter Shield. I would find the swords to give me protection from stuff. So not only can I block lots, I have protection from stuff. Mm-hmm. Playing mono red, search for Sword of Fire and Ice. Just block all your stuff all day.
Yeah. That's
not terrible. Baneslayer Angel. I know it's not super expensive, but there's a lot of demons. Like look at the game we played last night with Jesse and Geoff playing Phoenix or whatever and Yannette, Cryptic Sovereign. There was like that demon that was exiling all your shit.
Oh, that was terrible.
That would have been awesome if I had a Baneslayer in that game because you know whose shit's not getting exiled? Mine.
Mm.
Knight of the Reliquary. I'm already playing Core Haven. I'm already playing Maze of Ith. I could add in like the Horizon Canopy, the land that lets you draw a card. Just find it with Knight of the Reliquary, then find my Mistveil Plains and put my Horizon Canopy back on the bottom to find it again so I could draw 2 cards every turn.
It's pretty good.
It's kind of like Legacy Maverick.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound terrible.
Not the worst. Of course, now we're jacking the budget up. We're playing a different deck, but c'est la vie.
No. We're still playing Daughter of Autumn. What did I say? Daughter of Autumn? Whoops. Enough about the deck. Let's talk about the individual card. Or as you say,
Card of the week.
he had to brace himself. You should have seen it.
After conversing with Ryan, because it's his deck technically, we have picked Shielded by Faith.
Yeah, this was actually a Commander 2015 special. And it's only in that. It's only in that.
It's $2.30 American, $26.50 Canadian, or if you want the foil one, tough shit because there isn't one because it's only in Commander 2015.
Yeah. So it's 3 mana. Enchant creature is indestructible. And whenever a creature enters the battlefield, that's any creature, you may move Shielded by Faith to that creature.
You could use it as a political thing. You wanted to give it to your opponents that their dude doesn't die.
You could move it to Jesse's Academy Rector, which I would put in my list when I upgrade it to find Shielded by Faith.
And then you'd probably cut Mother of Autumn and play Karametra instead, and it would turn into this whole big different deck.
Oh, yeah. Nope, not doing it. Anyways, this is good on 3. Like, you could cast it on your 2-drop if you didn't have a 3-drop creature. Then you could move it to your 4-drop, then your 5-drop, then your 6-drop creature. Like, you just chain it up the chain. It always has somewhere to go as long as you're playing better stuff.
That's what's cool about cards like this is you're never wasting them or they're dead in your hand while you're waiting for the opportunity to play it. You can just run it out whenever and hope nobody destroys it, but probably people won't.
Well, and I mean, are they going to destroy this, or are they going to destroy the Doubling Season or the Mirari's Wake or the whatever, right? Are they going to counter this? Like, they have to instant speed respond to this enchanting my dude if they want to kill my dude. So it's kind of good.
Speaking of people using removal on the right thing, I played a whole game last night, a long-ass motherfucking game. And the reason the game went sort of so long as it did is because Jesse had a mana reflection for the whole game and Alex didn't destroy it.
Dang.
I don't even remember what he got instead, but he just didn't get... Jesse had so much mana, he was actually tapping the 2, so I couldn't get a treasure token with Smothering Tithe.
It's a terrible card. There's my confirmation.
He was still the first guy to die, though.
Good.
Let's be
F you,
real.
Jesse.
There we go.
Your day cometh in MF in Calgary when all of CCO Nation kill you first.
Man, he's going to have the worst week.
He's going to have a bad time. Milk list?
Let's do the milk list.
Okay, the milk list, as per EDHREC.com, is the most popular cards at every converted mana cost slot in the color combination from 0 to today, 15 in Selesnya, or as the kids say,
she's so freaking old.
At the 0-drop slot. Listen to this try-hard list of cards.
Okay.
At the 0-drop slot, Mana Crypt.
Get wrecked.
Chrome Mox.
Come on.
Mox Amber. Those are the 0-drops.
What the hell?
Where's the Accorder's Shields?
In this list.
Where's the Spider Silk Nets, EDH Rec? Okay, maybe the 1-drop section gets better.
Maybe. Probably not, though.
Sol Ring, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Swords to Plowshares.
Yep.
Path to Exile.
Yep.
Damn it. Okay, maybe there's some creativity in the 2-drop slot.
Sure.
Selesnya Signet.
Yep.
Swiftfoot Boots.
Yeah.
God, Jesus. I'm counting only 2 Milkless matches.
I don't know. Last time I did this, you counted them all except for Sol Ring.
3-drop slot. Cultivate.
No.
Yes. Harmonize at 4.
Nope.
That could maybe be what Skull Clamp turns into.
Be pretty good.
That's okay. Yeah, okay. Mirari's Wake at 5.
Nope.
That'd be a good one because then I could double the amount of damage I'm redirecting.
Yeah, it increases your efficiency of Mother of Autumn, and it makes your guys bigger.
Those are what I want to be doing.
Yeah, they're both things that the deck wants to do.
6-drop slot. Sun Titan.
Nope.
Zendikar Resurgent at 7.
Nope.
Sandworm Convergence at 8.
Nope.
Iona Shield of Emery at 9.
Nope.
Desolation Twin at 10.
Nope.
World Spine Worm at 11.
Nope.
That only costs 11. Galta Primal Hunger at 2. 12.
Nicely said.
At 12.
But no.
Emrakul the Promised End at 13.
Nah.
I don't know why I have two 15s on here, but I will read the first one that came up and not the other one. A Tokthon Worm.
Who is playing that? This is Celestia. This is tokens. This is where you play it for free. Don't even play it if it's free. Don't tap 15 creatures to play this shitty card for free. Don't even do it. Tap 15 creatures to win the game. Don't play a shitty creature. I just don't.
Oh, man.
Play Terror on it.
That's so excellent.
Who plays Terror in EDH? I'll use Vendetta on it. I'll take 11 just so you look like a chump. Oh, I hate that card.
I can just laugh. That's all I can do. That's it. Okay, final section of the day.
Sure.
Then I'm running 2 tutors, right? Maybe I just cut one of my tutors and put it on Harmonize.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Okay, peep this. Popularity on EDHREC.com. 8 builds.
Ooh. Surprisingly, not the least popular Celestia commander. There are 2 under her. There was Lord Magus, and who's this other guy? Kai Takahashi. Both are terrible.
Yeah. And then Daughter of Autumn. She's the 3rd worst. Officially, she is in 30th place. Average converted mana cost, like I said, 2.77.
Very good.
That's good. Critical turn.
Like 11.
4. The turn you do land Daughter of Autumn.
No.
Okay, fine. The turn you land Smothering Tithe? I don't know.
No,
okay, whatever.
No. Yeah.
Optimal game size. Do you want to play this in those big 5-player, 6-player games?
No.
I think you do.
No.
You want lots of Wraths.
No, you don't.
You want lots of opponents that could take damage instead of you.
Nah. No, you want a medium number of opponents to take damage instead of you, because you still have to come in and trying to clean up the scraps.
No, everybody else can do that. I'll just kill your stuff or redirect it because I can block good.
Because if there's 6 players in the game, what they're probably going to do is just hit you so that they can draw cards.
How do they draw cards from hitting me?
I'm sure they'll figure out a way.
I'm going to play this in those big 6-player games. And I'm just going to drink beer because I'm going to say, don't attack me, I'll block it or kill it. Or both. And then everybody will be like, okay, tutors. 2.
Dubs.
Uniqueness rating on EDHREC.com. Does the spice formula break down when there's only 8 lists? Because there's a certain number of cards that have to go in this deck. Shit that makes your commandy indestructible.
Hey man, with Grimlock, we did Dinosaur Tribal instead of like an actual thing. So let's do this.
All right, let's do it. Cards different than the stock list on EDHREC.com. 35.
That's really good.
It sounds like it's good.
It's
I made some concessions to not match it because of course Mirari's Wake is in there, right? And I was like, I'm not playing that, whatever.
It's probably got all of the good Celestia stuff, all of the indestructible on your creature stuff, all the big mana stuff.
All the tutors for equipment, 100% it does. And I'm only playing 2 of those tutors. Punch it all into the spice calculator. Spice rating of 42.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, if
that tutor's killing you.
You cut it down to 1 tutor, 53.
There you go.
There we go.
There it is. You passed the 50 test. So there we go. It's fully legit now.
Yeah, maybe if I cut both the tutors, and then because you get 1 for free, I'll add back in a Stoneforge Mystic. It's clearly better, and it can block. And I can get it back to tutor again with it if I recur it somehow.
Then you can build some recursion in there, and then you can cut Mother of Autumn, and you can bring...
No. No way. That's the list. 50. I'm sticking with 52.
I think 52 is fair. That was the tutor that you're cutting for it is bad, so we won't count it.
Sure.
I'll give you that one. It's not a very good tutor. So
okay, get this. And we did the list. You're ragging on me the whole show about the list. You actually run our next week's Lovable Loser.
Oh, I sure do.
And I was inspired to build a new deck by the following week's Lovable Loser.
Wow.
Yeah, these cards are truly lovable.
They are. They're fun. As much as I did kind of rag on, I was ragging more on Ryan and how he starts with these really cool, like, funsies ideas. This deck is lots of fun. I would love to play Magic against this deck. I have decks that are junky enough where you can sit down with this. It would be competitive. It'll be fun. I'd really enjoy it.
You got to play the shit out of it when you're playing somebody else's, like Lord Magus versus Daughter of Autumn.
I'd do it.
I would do it. I would do it like I would do an all-nighter, like 200 card EDH Daughter of Autumn versus Lord Magus, 400 life, 6-player game, like 12 hours of Magic at House CCO.
Yeah, I would play that.
Dude,
I really would.
That would be so epic.
But the reason that I rag on Ryan is he would inevitably turn this deck into a ridiculous combo list eventually.
Yeah, or it would just be like
on the show, you could feel him doing it. It's like, oh, I'll just cut all of those shields and put in swords, and you can hear him like rubbing his tooth like a meth addict. And he's
like, yeah, just Gaddock Teague. Wait, what?
Exactly. And all of a sudden, it's a Gaddock Teague stacks combo. And it's like, what the hell happened here, Ryan? It's like, no, I swear to God, this is Mother of Autumn. It's
yeah,
the same
no,
deck.
she's good. She's good, I swear. How many 2-days you run now? 15. How many are named Survival of the Fittest? 2. I got a regular one and a gold bordered one.
And I'm playing a Fauna Shaman.
Yes,
just to make
Fauna
sure.
Shaman County. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, so that's Daughter of Autumn. Final thoughts of the day and new deck giveaway rundown. One more time.
Okay, we are teaming up, CCO-COing with Commander's Brew Podcast. They're our friends from out east, buddies from Atraxable. They're good guys. Check them out. A like, a follow, a share over there. Tell them F you from your boys at CCO Nation, and get entered to win that. Or, as per usual, you can follow us, share us, review us on any of our social media platforms. Help us grow the show. We'll enter you to win that really cool deck. You can check out Commander's Brew episode
162
for a rundown of the deck. It should be pretty cool. It's Alessia that smiles at death at dicks. Alessia that smiles at dicks.
Google.
Artifact recursion list. All of that was terrible, but you know what kind of deck it is. You know what this was. You know where you are. You've made it this far into the show. As for this list, like I said, I think it would be really cool to sit down real casual, just play a few games of old school Commander with it. It's lots of fun. It's a really cool idea. It doesn't rely on crazy interactions or douchebag combos or anything like that to win. It's just good old fashioned magic from the dark. And who doesn't love that?
It's Homelands.
It's just about as bad.
Oh, it's worse.
So that's it. That's the show. That's the first episode on the arc of the Lovable Losers, and we'll be back with yet another one on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song! Boom!